Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are building a house with just base game. I know it's kind of crazy. I personally don't necessarily like to build houses with just base game. Obviously when I started playing, this is all I had, and I'm sure all of you just started out like this. Obviously you're not given the packs. Unfortunately, the EA Sims game is a game where if you want cute stuff for your builds, you have to keep buying packs. So yeah, I am challenging myself to just build with the game that is given out for free. Maybe you're the type of person who likes to play The Sims 4 just for the gameplay and not necessarily for building houses. But if you're watching this video, I assume you like to build houses in The Sims 4. So yeah, if you only want to invest in base game, you're not investing a lot because it's free. But if you only like to build with base game, this is a really cute house that I created, and you can actually download this from the library. The houses next to this house are also in my library if you guys want to download those. And if you like this type of video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, so we're going in. It's very difficult for me to play just with base game because I'm not used to it, but I'm gonna challenge myself to do it. I decided to use this siding or this paneling that is one of my favorites. When I first started, I built like this duplex for like a mom and daughter, and I used this siding in that build as well, and I think it just looks so pretty in this like rich color. And then I decided to use this brick in like this sage green color for some of the pop outs of the house. I wanted to make a smaller house just because it is more manageable to build a smaller house when you just have base game. You guys can download this house. I don't know if it's under 20,000 simoleons. When you start playing The Sims 4, you are only given 20,000 simoleons. I think this is probably more expensive than that. But you know, you can cheat for money and get this house if you want to, or it's a house you can, you know, build yourself up to get. I'm using all of these windows with these shutters. I just think they look so pretty, and they help add some sort of interest to the house. I actually got this floor plan from a website, and I changed it up a bit because in real life, like, you don't always get, like, you don't really need a closet. Like, you don't really need, like, a laundry room in The Sims 4. So in the floor plan that I found, they had, like, all these specifics, and I think in The Sims you can definitely play around more with shapes and stuff like that. Originally, I thought I wanted to use this wallpaper, and I did want to go for more like earth tones, but I didn't really end up liking it, so I ended up switching it, and I decided to use these curtains that are obviously from base game. I'm so used to saying that. I'm gonna catch myself saying that throughout the rest of this video. But we got this new rug, which is super duper cute. There was recently a base game update, and we got a bunch of free stuff, including this rug, and this is my favorite swatch. And you can see here that I actually already changed the wallpaper. And then I decided to use these cabinets that are actually upper cabinets for the kitchen to make like a built-in console for the TV. For some reason, I really like this base game TV with the speakers on the side. I don't know, I just think it looks cute. And then I decided to put some books in here, and I put those ones that are laying down next to the ones that are standing up. I know we have a lot of books like that in just like in other packs, and I think if we put them together, they look really cute. Along with the update, we also got these pillows, and I decided to put them in black because I just felt like we already had like enough pattern going on with the rug. And that plant in the corner, you guys, is also free from base game from the recent update. Like, it's super duper cute. One of my favorite side tables from base game is this little short table, this short round table from base game. I feel like you can use it in a bedroom, here in the living room. A lot of the stuff from base game is really short, so it really helps to have something lower. You don't want to have something like too high next to your sofa. And then I decided to put a table behind the sofa just because in feng shui, I guess maybe you should always protect the back of your sofa if it's exposed like that. I don't really know, maybe I'm lying, but that's what I decided to do here. I decided to go with these chairs that are black and this table that is brown to go again with the colors that we have going on in the rest of the house. Originally, I thought I wanted to make this house like all pink and cute, but then I don't know, I was just feeling these earthy colors, and so I just went for it. Over in the dining room, I was looking for a rug to put, and I just ended up going with this light green one. And then I felt like we needed something else in here, so I gave them a fireplace. And I ended up changing the color. Also, these candles are really cute. I never really use these because they have like some sort of like design on them, but I think they look cute in this house. I think I used a lot of new stuff from the base game. We definitely need like more stuff in base game. Like we need new beds in base game. You'll see what I mean when I get to the bedrooms because it was a struggle. Although something that wasn't a struggle, it was these cabinets that we got recently, which I absolutely adore. I decided to go in like these dark brown color and then in black as well, the accessories of the kitchen. In another recent update, we also got this like subway tile, and I decided to go for it in green, and I think it looks really nice. Like it's not like a sage green, or maybe it is, but like a darker one. I really like the way it looks. When I started playing The Sims, something that I always added in my builds was the wine bottles. You just have to add them everywhere. And then I also gave them a cocoa hot chocolate maker. That's also new. I think we got that recently because I don't recall having that when I started playing. Over on this side, I just wanted to put like a little rest area, so I just put some shoes and a frame and a little rug over there. In this first bedroom, I was thinking that it was for like the daughter or somebody who liked pink, and so I decided to go with this bed that is also from a recent update. So this is part of like the LGBTQ plus like collection that they gave us, and I think it's super duper cute. I was really feeling the orange and the pink, and so that's what I went for here. All of this stuff is obviously from base game. We also need some new curtains in base game. I feel like we don't have any cute ones, and they do this on purpose. Like they want to make us suffer with like stuff from 2014. So we buy the new stuff. I know it's terrible. In this bedroom, I just gave her a mirror, a backpack, and this little bookshelf that I think is also super cute. Like, I don't think I've ever used that before in any of my builds, and I just think it goes really well in this space. In the second bedroom, I was thinking that we had a toddler. So this toddler, I decided to go with this bed that is like this green car. And then in the curtain section, I found this like little thing that goes above the curtain section. I don't know what it's called. You can use it for like your entryway, but I thought it would be cute to put it here in the bedroom. And so I put it there. I imagine that this toddler was really into dinosaurs. You know, it could have also been a girl who really likes the color yellow, something really bright. Originally, I had given them this little like dragon, and then I ended up switching it for the dinosaur because I felt like everything was so green, so I needed something a little bit more orange, and I didn't really like the way the dragon looked in the other color. I thought for a second that we needed more like children's stuff in the living room, so I went back and gave them like this little basket so that it would match better, or that you could tell like maybe there's kids in here or something. I also really like this little bookshelf from the base game that is specifically for kids. I wish that you could put it down. I feel like it's too tall. If you want to bring it down, you have to break down the wall and then, put it wherever, but it was just too much effort. Going into the bathroom, I don't really care for the tubs and showers in base game either. But the toilets are fine, the sinks are fine. And then again, I'm using this subway tile that we got from the update. And then I'm using these little frames that just make sense as restroom art. I don't know, they just give restroom art vibes. Going into the parents' bedroom, I didn't really know what I wanted to do here, and this is where I was struggling a lot. I was really struggling with what bed to put, and I changed it so many times because I just don't like any of these beds. They're so ugly, and I'm sorry that I'm complaining so much, but I'm glad that I made it a small house because it would have been an even harder challenge for me if this would have been any bigger. And then I think something that really helps, like in any room in The Sims 4, is the lighting. If you have warm lighting, it just makes the room look a lot more cozy. So that really helped change the vibe here in this bedroom. I'm using this art piece, which is the same one that I used in the living room area. That is also from the new base game update, and it's just so pretty. Like, I want to use it in all my builds, and I probably will. Here I realized that I probably had so many patterns going on, and I just ended up going back to this bed and switching the rug because I felt like the rug wasn't going with the vibe. Also, these lamps that are on the nightstands are also from the new base game update, and the rug that I use in the living room is the same one that I put here, and I just put it on twice because I feel like it wasn't big enough. I'm using this dresser over here, and I thought for a second that I wanted to put a chair here, but then I realized like it was too brown, and I ended up putting a plant. I was originally gonna put it on this side, but I didn't like the way that looked, and so I just removed the chair and put the plant on that side. Over on this side, I decided to put another little bathroom, like an ensuite bathroom for the parents, and this is where I decided to give them a tub and a shower as well. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and I'm giving you guys here a little tour of the house. You can download this base game stuff, just base game. I hope you guys like this video. It was a real challenge for me, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.